Here we are back in the studio. It's snowing out there, big time. So inside the drum room here, I have a little Glynn Jons type setup. Show you how that is. Here we are in the drum room. We got the kit and got the microphone set up here. 2 ribbon mics, right? So I got the one here right above, kind of like my floor tom here, and that's heading right towards the snare drum. Then if you go up top high, here I got this one up here. It's heading down supposedly straight for the snare drum. As well as I also did a kick drum mic right here. And I did one that's inside the kick drum, as well as a snare drum mic as well. So it's kind of like my own version of a Glynn Jons. So on the board here, I did only 3 microphones, even though I showed more microphones on the drum kit. On this particular tune that I'm working on, I basically only used the 3 microphones. You get a representation of what Glynn Jons was doing. Here's my Yamaha kit set up. I got just basically one on the kick. I have a snare drum mic'd up and my 2 overheads. That's it. So I got a total of 4 on this particular kit, which I did do some recording. It sounded really good. Today I'm using my orange amp, one microphone on that, as well as a blue Big Sky. What the hell? Might be time to invest in a regular camera. It's very hard to get the iPhone in the right position to do any of this shit. Alright, so let me switch over to this guy here. Get the actual faders on the board so I can control Pro Tools. Let's see. Maybe. So let me see here. If I solo the drums, total of 3 tracks. That's the Glynn Jons, actually, just one kick mic, and those one directly over the center of the snare drum, and then one over the top of the floor tom, going facing towards the snare drum. That's that. So, what do we got here? Well, here's the bass I did. Let's see. So a lot of times with this particular song, I kind of played the drums. Originally I was going to play the drums to the click track, but after a while it's like, the click track in Pro Tools is enough to make you want to jump off a cliff. So I imported a loop from Splice, and I kind of played to that, but I didn't end up actually keeping it, which I don't know. Let me see something. Let me see. This guy, I think here. This was the freak. Oh, all right. So I think originally it's the bass of guitars. Here. Some of the shit down here. I'm not sure what the fuck is what. Oh, yeah, that's the original. That's the original loop that I came up with. So I replaced that. It was like, I'm not crazy about that. So I put in, let me see the bass here. Which is sort of like a similar kind of vibe. I put in the guitars. From the beginning here. She comes. So here we are back. All right. So we got the drums here, right? Let's see. Let's just bring down the faders, except for the Glynn Jons situation. Now, originally I did a what do you call it, a loop from Splice to kind of get me going. Instead of using a click track, sometimes the click tracks can be just a little too much. So I think originally, let's see. That was the original, what I did as far as keeping time. But then I replaced it with just me playing bass, which is right here. I think I added some guitar. Let's see. The nice thing about, either playing to a click track or playing to some kind of loop or anything like that, if ever you want to add another loop of whatever it is, shaker or like a little percussion part, it's going to be in sync with what you just did. If you just try and wing it, you know, without any click track, it's not going to work for this anyway. Typically when I record with some of my buddies, we don't usually use a click track, we just play. But for this type of style of what I'm doing here, it's the only way it's going to work. So, all right, so let's move on. So I added like a little percussion part with splice. So you could probably hear it more in the beginning of the song. Let me see here if I can. See if I can just loop this one spot here. Let me see. So that little percussion craziness loop I did from Splice, which was kind of cool. You know, like when you're mixing a song, you can kind of like take out the real drums and then just, you know, bring in that one little loop there. And then you have the drums, which is kind of nice because, you know, it gives it, instead of using all loops, you know, by playing an instrument, you're adding a little bit of human feel to what you're doing. So it's not so, oh, I just put loops together and call it a day, which you can do that, but you know, I didn't do that. So here we go. Here. These two parts are coming from Splice. You know, just what's cool about it is you know, once you determine the key of the song, you know, in Splice you could basically transpose it to whatever, you know, key or notes you want to put in there. But so this was that little spot. And then with everything you got, so I also added another little part here. Let's see here. We got this guy, which, let's see what it is here. This is here. And it can take the song to probably places you don't really want to go anyway. When I heard this, I was like, some guy on the internet's got like a mohawk type thing going on. Kind of reminded me of that. So that's another element. What else did I do? Let's see. Got this part. Let's see here. crazy with this stuff. You know, but you know, it sometimes will put you into a place that you didn't think you were going to go. But I don't know if that's good or bad. But here it is. 2, 3, and. So I'll play up to what I think I've done so far, which, let's see here. All right, so let's see what we got here. Faded in the drums. This is click track. Let's bring this guy. You get the idea. So it's a million things you can do with all this stuff. It's like endless. You know, you grab a loop from Splice, and you know, if it inspires you to, you know, to play a different way or do something different, you know, it's like something you're not even thinking about doing. But that's all I got for a snowy day here in New York. It's snowing like a bastard. I shoveled earlier, had my neighbor come over with his quad with a plow on it, and he helped me out immensely, which is great, because without him it would have been still a back-breaking kind of situation. But that's all done. They closed out my regular job today because of the snow, and it's a possibility that tomorrow could be the same thing, which would be nice. I would be happy, very happy, and I think every, you know, once in a while I need a break from my day job. It's I'd like to do this 100% of the time, but maybe in a few years when I retire from that job, I'm going to dedicate all my time to this, and maybe get these videos a little nicer and stuff like that. I appreciate the watch. Keep safe out there. It's cold.